ties his career high in the first half alone. So great first half for Steven Pledger, but it'll be the Houston Cougars to have possession opening the second half. Oklahoma's won 7 of its first 8, going for a 4-game win streak. Houston opened 3-0 to start the season. They have lost 4 of 5, though the 4 losses by just 7 points, including a couple of heartbreakers. 1-point defeats. 2-point jumper goes down for Thibodeau.
When you watch tape, sometimes you want to watch, a lot of people get caught up in the big parts of the game. I actually like watching first plays of halves, first couple series of plays of halves, because you find out what the coach told the team as a point of emphasis. It's obvious Houston, they go to their cowboy screen down look, and they want to get a little two-side ball screen action, getting Thibodeau off of that jump shot.
And Thibodeau gets nailed on that foul. That'll be his first. As the game plan on the other side for Lon Kruger, trying to feed Fitzgerald down low and get that post working.
Yeah, Fitzgerald, you also have Osby, but it doesn't hurt when you get this guy in the basketball.
Steven Pledger, 6 of 7 from the field, including 3 threes so far, and we told you about those 7 rebounds. J.J. Thompson is on the floor with Leon Gibson. This is the same starting 5 they went with to open the game, with Alandis Harris and Joseph Young, normally starters, coming off the bench. And knocking down the baseline jumper is Gibson.
And they've done a great job of taking Oklahoma out of their pressure defense, and they're able to get in their offensive sets and work that ball screen action.
Osby got by Thomas. Thomas got a late hand in there, and here come the Cougars. Chance for the lead. Three-pointer up and in. J.J. Thompson giving Houston the lead.
Interesting that Lon Kruger's letting them play through it. Offensively, they're fine, but they're not able to take Houston out of anything they want. Their pressure defense was far better to start the game with the same lineups on both sides, and Houston just exudes confidence. They've taken the best punch Oklahoma has, and they're still standing.
And in and out. Houston with a chance to build on this lead. Simmons with a head of steam. 2 steps in the lane and a basket. We'll see if Lon Kruger lets him continue to play through it.
And Simmons created the last 3. And a jump shot in the corner for J.J. Thompson. Now he creates for himself.
9-2 run to open the second half.
Terrible shot.
And the loose ball on the floor. Osby got the last hand in. And now they'll say tied possession. It's going to stay with Oklahoma.
Well, here's that transition for Houston. As John Simmons pushing in transition. Gibson actually deflects the ball. He didn't even try to. And then Simmons himself all the way to the goal. He has that big, long step he likes.
Nice speed. Fitzgerald missing from point blank, but Osby an offensive board and a putback.
That's the difference in this team, is that they have an Osby to come and clean it up for Fitzgerald, who at times misses some bunnies around the basket because he's a BTR guy, below the rim guy.
Romero Osby, a junior, transfer. Their leading rebounder, 7.5 per game. 3.5 of those come off the offensive glass. 2-point Cougars lead. Tayshaun Thomas, nice turnaround move. At Killeen, Texas, just north of Austin.
Houston's had 5 offensive possessions. They've gotten 5 good shots.
Impressive start to the second half for the Cougars, and a foul on Simmons. That'll be his first.
Osby's a pretty good defender. Tayshaun Thomas doesn't really have an angle, but he takes his time, comes back to his strong right hand. Now you see why he was a widely regarded top 100 ESPNU recruit. The ability to go over that left shoulder with a nice little jump hook.
Alabama, Memphis, Cal, Temple, all the schools that were interested in his services. Stayed in his home state, playing in Houston. Loose ball, Thibodeau. Here comes Thompson into the front court. Been a Cougars half so far. Great no-look. Gibson, though, missing. A little too far under that rim. But a great no-look feed from J.J. Thompson.
And Thompson is so upset with Gibson, rightfully so. Leon Gibson, in your hands, big fella. Big fella.
As a former point guard, that's an assist killer, isn't it? What do you call that?
Oh, you just look at the guy. You just look at him. You owe me. You owe me. Look at Alvin Brooks saying, come on, take a dribble, take a big step, dunk the basketball.
On his way out as Alandis Harris is in. Here's Simmons off the feet, fouled, and score the bucket.
Tremendous inbounds play. Both teams actually have scored off their past 2 inbounds plays. As the set takes you to one side looking for the shooter in the corner. Then it takes you looking for Thomas underneath, and Simmons comes streaking down the lane, a wide open lane.
Tyler Neal to foul, his second three-point play for Jonathan Simmons. And the Cougars lead up to 7. They were down 3 at halftime. First 4 minutes of the second half. Clark putting it on the deck. Offensive foul on Clark as the freshman Thomas took the charge.
OU only had 3 turnovers in the first half, but one of them was an identical drive, an identical charge by Cam Clark.
Second foul on Cam Clark.
And now Lon Kruger is in the timeout zone, so he doesn't have to call one. But boy, this run, I mean, it's like a completely different basketball game.
Say when we were about, what, 2.5 minutes into the half, there was a question whether or not he should take the timeout or let his team play through it. Harris missed. Thibodeau gets the loose ball, and the putback by Tayshaun Thomas. Been everywhere that Houston's needed him so far in the second half.
And Oklahoma was very lucky that Alandis Harris missed that little turnaround drop step, but there's no fighting them on the board.
Here's Neal from the corner. Offensive rebound. Fitzgerald fouled. He'll get some free throws, but it will be after the timeout. Tayshaun Thomas, his 3rd foul, but he's also been big in this first 4 minutes.
And Houston has looked like a